Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Kings of the Bridge. I hope everyone is well. After all this noise we've had a few weeks, a few couple of days, we've actually got a game tonight as well. So, Fulham, Fulham versus Chelsea tonight, which I'm not too confident about. If I'm ever confident, to be honest, of any of the games currently at the moment. But I hope everyone is well and had a good day. It's still blimmin' freezing in the UK, so we need that to stop soon. And on another note, if anyone's a fan of Stranger Things, what is going on at the moment? Are we getting another episode? That's what I want to know. Ange, I hope you're well. Carlito, I'm sure we'll get a link up for you in a second. We're just probably running for a few things first, and we'll get to the match preview. But yeah, we've got a big game tonight. Obviously, Liam Rossina has officially been confirmed yesterday. We've had the interview from him today. Seems to be good at talking. Quite like what I'm hearing so far. But I think a lot of people are saying is, you can talk, but you've got to actually put in the work as well and make sure it actually comes out. So we'll see what happens. But yes. Oh, you got 10 minutes, Carlito. Yeah, well, I'll wait to see because I don't know what Jem's plans are if we're just doing these sort of bits first. But I think really, everyone, it's a must-win tonight. Obviously, I know we had a good point against Man City, but we've got to start kind of picking up now because really, let's be honest, the ownerships are going to probably pile pressure immediately on Liam Rossina to get top four. So we've got to start getting points because we're going to have to start getting points from somewhere, and we haven't got the excuses now. It's because of the manager. We've got to start going, and I know tonight obviously we've got Callum taking over, but Jem, how are you, mate? You all right?
Yeah, all good, man. Big up everyone. How are we all doing? Hope you're all well, guys. Big game tonight. Callum's last game. Can he get 2 W's? That would be a 100% win ratio as Chelsea manager. That would probably be the best record of any manager ever to have a 100% win record. You know what I mean? 2 games in a row. That would be amazing. Yeah, lots to talk on. Big game tonight. Fulham, if you remember last year, was a bit of a horrible watch. Really a horrible watch. Big up Ange, big up Buffy, big up Toby, big up Carlito, Dreamer, everyone. Big up guys in here. Yeah, it was a hard game to watch. And if you look at what happened last year with Neto and Tyreek Jules scoring later on in the game, I hope that it's not the same sort of game that we have again this time round. Now, they are a better team at home than they are away. That's for sure. It is a derby. It's a West London derby for them. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But before we get to that, there's the whole interview thing today that Liam, Mr. Rosenoir, Liam. Calling him Liam, man. Fuck it. Liam, all right? Mr. Liam here was talking about in a good interview, and I did get to watch it not long ago, and I thought in terms of well spoken, I thought it was very well spoken. I thought the way that he came across and explained, what he expects and the excitement in himself, what it meant to his family, what it means to be a Chelsea coach, the understanding of playing against us in the past, against the Drogbas and stuff, which he mentioned as well, is all what's it? I'll say surreal for him, but all the added pressure that he knows that he needs to win, and that's what he said. He says, "I'm here to win." I've told the players the same thing. We got to win. He goes, "I want to be here as long as possible, and I want to start winning things." And he's not only thinking about the short term; he's thinking about the long term. Was another thing he mentioned in the interview. But he's very, very confident that he feels that he can. But he's backing himself. That's what I'm hearing from him. He seems very assured and he backs himself to be able to, to do what he needs to do to get the club back to winning ways is what he says. And listen, all the talking in the world's great, and I'm glad that he backs himself, and I actually think he represents himself quite well from what I'm hearing so far of him. Obviously, things can change later on, different press conferences, which we'll be watching and stuff. Don't get me wrong, but in terms of the talking's good, but it's the walking that we need to see, right? The talk, but can you walk the walk, as Archie put out earlier today? He spoke like a guy with big balls. This is the whole thing, Louis. This is what I'm saying. He spoke like as if he backs himself. That's my
My
phrase.
only thing is I just don't want it to be that he's all bark, no bite.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. But let's see. Let's see. Like what I've
Which
seen.
he could be, Matt, right? He could be, but we will never know until we get to Charlton, right? And he starts. But he seems very keen to get on with it. And he was a very motivational speech. It was, I've got to say. But like I keep saying, I'm at a point now where it comes to managers that, yes, they tell us what we want to hear. I remember Graham Potter being the same in many ways, and people were quite impressed with in what he was saying as well. But for me, it's about the added pressure of going from a Strasbourg, but then taking a leap, which is what I call a leap, from them clubs to a big club like Chelsea. And that's where the pressure for me is completely different. It's not just from the fans, it's from the board, it's from running, being the manager of this club. It's from making the right decisions. It's from really finding
as well, right? The whole media behind it.
Yeah. Do you get what I mean? He's got the whole media as well. He's got all of the shit that went on with all the other managers and the expectations of the fact that it did not work for them, and the people were maybe feeling that it's probably going to be the same for him. So there's the added pressure of people that are also not really giving him the chance and don't think he can do it. So, there's a lot of pressure coming to this club because there's so much expectations from us as fans. Maybe not so much from the board, but us as fans. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting. Graham Potter sat with his legs crossed, not my manager. I can't lie, Liam Rose is in an 8-minute video spoke about fans longer than Maresca has done in a year and a half, Matt.
Yeah, well, I think we deserve a bit of, not necessarily credit, but we need to be recognised. And like I said, he does speak very well. And I what I have seen, he's got a bit of a grit in his teeth as well to kind of be a bit tougher. That was the thing, obviously, with Potter. We just knew immediately that we weren't going to get that. And I think we maybe behind closed doors saw it a little bit more with Maresca, but obviously there's been clips going around about him where you're seeing him in the changing room, seeing him on the touchline and stuff. He's got a bit about him. So hopefully, I'm just hoping, but my fear is that once, like we mentioned yesterday, shit hits the fan, that's where the real pressure starts coming, because I don't think as fans we're going to have much patience at all. I don't think, who can blame us as well after everything that has gone on. I think if we start to go on a bad run very quickly as well, after the January window's finished and we don't bring anyone in, it's going to get very toxic quite quickly, I think. And that's a shame.
Yeah.
Someone Natalie like him does deserve more. Sorry, mate. Go on, Karen.
Natalie Hayward just subscribed to us. Thank you so much. We appreciate you subscribing. I don't know how many we've got now, not going to lie. I don't know if we're close to 10 or 11, but everyone that has subscribed, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Me and Matt, I'm sure Matt agrees with me that we appreciate all the support that you show 100%. Us, and we've got so much still to come forward. Carly's in the building as well. Long time no speak. Carly, I'm assuming you've been busy with work. How is life, Carly? Good to see you. Good to see Ange and Carly here, right? The two ladies in the house. We've got Joe. We've got Josh here as well. My boy Josh in the building. There's a lot of familiar faces coming in today. Nice to see it all. Stephen, how are you? He says, this hire does not excite me one bit. Just another yes man puppet. We need to protest again. These clowns, owners, blue co out. He's not having it. He is not having it, Matt. He's not interested. Fair enough. I don't even knock you for the way that you feel, especially to the way that the way that the club's been run to this point. So I fully understand how you feel, bro. So give my guy some contact lenses and I'll back him.
He doesn't want him to wear glasses.
Louis just killed me.
Why would that be deal breaker for you? Why does he have to have contact lenses?
Louis, man, you can't be saying shit like that, bro. The Chelsea guy, what you say, man? How are you? Big up, man. I appreciate you as well. Dills, my boy, what you saying? Big up, long time. Another big support of my old channel, GNA TV, in the building as well. Dills, good to see you. Welcome to Kings of the Bridge, man. It's good to see you guys. We're here more consistent. And as you can see, every day we're giving you content right now. And I can see, obviously, with the consistency, we're starting to slowly find our feet as well. So we appreciate everyone that supports, subscribes, who's liked, who's here every time we're live. You guys are what make this channel, man. You really, really are. Thank you. I discovered you guys by mistake, and I like your content. There you go, Matt. Someone that's just found us on YouTube.
That's what we want.
That means YouTube are doing their job, mate. Big up
And that's
YouTube.
why likes are very important to us. So if you can, there's 39 of you in here. If you could like, this is why we're asking for likes, so that we can build the community more, let more people who don't know about us come and watch us, and then we can build this amazing community we have more. So thanks.
This is a great example. Great example, mate, of likes, why we need you guys to get this to 40 likes. There's 40 people. It should be on 40 likes straight away, 15 minutes in. You know, one time we're going to aim to 100. Tomorrow, guys, we might have Ben Jacobs, by the way. Okay, I don't know if you guys were here when I spoke about it yesterday, but Ben Jacobs after 5 p.m. I'm not been given a confirmed time yet because we're both waiting to see when Rossinia's first interview is happening. Once we know the timing of that, then it will be a later live. So Ben Jacobs on Kings of the Bridge after 5 p.m. Keep an eye out. Once I know, I'll let you guys know. It's going to be a big conversation. It's going to be on Rossinia to Chelsea. Obviously, he's here now, but the build up to it. It's going to be on Maresca. What happened in the back ends? What was it that we didn't see? What was the problems? What were the issues? It's going to be sporting directors. Why have we not got front of shirt sponsors? I'm going to be asking all the questions that you guys would probably want to hear. You know, front of shirt, stadium. Why are we not hearing anything no more on stadiums? You know, there's going to be so much to talk about with Ben Jacobs tomorrow, hopefully, after 9 p.m. So make sure you guys are around, not 9 p.m., tomorrow after 5 p.m. So make sure you guys are around and keep an eye out for that one, please. Look, he's intelligent, but you can be too nice, but we'll be strict in the players. We'll see, Dills. We'll see. You guys are incredible. I'm sure you'd even be more exciting soon because I know you're going to be just better day by day. All right, Costa, thank you, bro. We appreciate your comments, man. Thank you so much. Carlito keeps saying he needs to come up. Typical Carlito. We're not even started, Carlito. We're not even properly started. But yeah, you can come up, bro, if you've got 5 minutes. Your 5 minutes ends up being 55 minutes, mate. So you say you got 5, but you just tell us that you've got 55, so we know how long you've got. The only process I will trust is Jem learning how to say Rossinia. I'm rooting for you, bro. Come on, let's go, bro. I appreciate Mike. Right. I'm saying it right now, though. You can't say that to me, guys. Rossinia.
I'm rooting for you.
Don't let Vecna up. Vecna, welcome to Kings. I have to go back to work. 2.5. Just come on. You just come on the match reaction, man. If you've got work, you don't need to come up. We're not really like. What are you going to say? I think Chelsea are going to win. I hate Enzo Fernandez. I hate this one. I hate Chalobah. You're going to go. We already know. We know what you're going to say, bro. We don't need to hear it again. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's cool. Just come in when you've got an hour for me, Carlito. Not when you got 2 minutes. CFC Piss with a comment over here. He says Chelsea's leadership group within the squad have held a meeting to talk about moving forward together as one and not allowing any standards to slip while managerless. That get-together includes Reece James, Tosin, Mark Cucurella, Robert Sanchez, Enzo Fernandez, and Pedro Neto.
Well, Pedro Neto wouldn't have said anything. He would have just done this.
I can't believe that. I can't believe it. I genuinely can't believe it. I can't believe this one. I'm sorry. What's Sanchez going to do? Honestly, what's he going to do? Sit there like, come on, guys, come on. If I was shit last year and you look at me now, yeah, look, come on. We can do this. We can do this. The only one I can believe is James and Cucurella and Enzo. They're the three I can believe.
Well, Tosin would have been the one who never turned up to any lessons or anything and all of a sudden came to the presentation and got the same grade as everyone else.
Yeah, true. I'm shocked that Chalobah's not in there. To be quite honest, yeah. I thought Chalobah would have been one. I don't think Pedro Neto was in. I'm sorry, I can't.
Would that have been just purely the players would have gone together?
Sitting down and going, right, we can't let the standards of our team drop, basically. That's what he's saying. Yeah.
Which fair enough. It's good to hear.
It is good to hear. Can't complain about it.
We'll see if it actually kind of comes into fruition, though.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Chalobah is such an introvert. It
Didn't know
says
that.
the leadership group. I mean, you're telling me that Pedro Neto is a part of the leadership group. Have you ever seen the guy once shout, cheer, get back? Like, he does shout when we score, but don't get me wrong. But you ever seen him like be very like, come on, let's go. Why are you doing this? Oh, shit. I can't imagine it. You know what I mean? Like Caicedo. Like I can imagine Caicedo being there. Why is Caicedo not there? Do you know what I mean?
Must be a leadership group at age 25.
Is Callum Gill column out already? He did it out this season. Yeah, apparently so. This is what we look at. You think he's asked for signings? Yeah, I think he's asked to be backed. I definitely think he's been asked to be backed. Why? Do you agree? Warra group. I mean, it is a pretty good group, not going to lie. Anyway, moving away from the group to the game today. Chelsea are up against Fulham, guys. A big game in the Premier League, which could see Chelsea. Let's have a look in the table at the Premier League table. That's what I want to look at right now. Could see Chelsea beating Fulham. Could see us going top of the league. Quite honestly, yeah. That's all we got to do. Just win. Look, see? We're so fucking close to the top. We're currently fifth at the moment, guys. As you can see here, we are currently fifth with Liverpool in front of us, 3 points ahead. Their goal difference isn't better than us. So if we can win, we will go back to fourth. Liverpool got Arsenal, as Matt just said. And then we're also still quite far away behind Aston Villa and Man City, who are also 6 points behind Arsenal, who are nearly at 50 points, Matt, which is pretty depressing, right?
Oh, that gap is massive. We just got to just keep going. I think, we just got to keep kind of hoping that the likes of Aston Villa, well, probably more Villa, can drop points, and then we just got to rely on Liverpool to start dropping points too. We've got to get a win though. We've had too many draws.
Yeah, I feel like we need to really start finding our winning ways. Obviously, we've got this game, and then we've got Fulham on the back of. We've got Charlton on the back of Fulham, and then we have Arsenal, and I don't think we have another Premier League game until the 19th. I think it is, off the top of my head. Let's have a look at the fixtures. I should have it here, actually.
Right, so we got Fulham, then Charlton, then Arsenal and then we got Brentford on the 17th of Jan. Brentford, then Palace.
Yeah, I'm here. So after we beat Fulham, our next home game is the 17th of Jan, guys. So that's literally a whole week. Next week, FA Cup. And this is the other thing as well, right? We're in all competitions still, Matt, right? We have an FA Cup third round. We have a semi-final against Arsenal at home. And then we've got the Premier League and then the Champions League. All from now to the 22nd. All the competitions that we're playing in. And a win against Fulham, it's what I think we need in terms of momentum for this next run. Because obviously, like you said, Charlton, we should be beating. Arsenal at home, we have to win if we're going to win the second leg, in my opinion. We have to go and we have to win. Hey, big up ads in the building as well. Brentford at home next in the league where the protest takes place. That's the other thing as well. Big up ads in the building. Then we have obviously Brentford, which is when the protest happens, obviously, in regards to the ownership, which will be interesting as well. And we hope for a win there. But then if you look all the way to the end of Jan, we've got Paphos, Crystal Palace, Napoli, and West Ham. And that's before we go to Arsenal at the beginning of February the 4th. So effectively, we've got Fulham, Brentford, Crystal Palace, West Ham. I would be quite honest here. I think we can. I keep saying this because we say this all the time, but we don't do it. This is a period that we could start building some wins.
Well, Palace aren't the team they've been this whole season. Really, they've kind of just completely plateaued. They hit a peak, and they've just their fitness because of the not the Europa League, but the other one. It's like they can't seem to mix with that. Their squad's not got enough depth, so that's why I think they've struggled. And I think the whole thing with Glasner as well, obviously not knowing what he's going to do, is he really in fully? So whereas before I'd be quite worried about that, but I think you're right. This could be a little opportunity for us to start building momentum at a really crucial point to start kind of getting those 3 points to start getting dividends for the end of the season, really, because let's be honest, we've allowed a lot of other teams to catch up because of how poor we've been, and it's not necessarily because they've been that good. It's just we've been that poor, and we've just dropped basically. So
yeah. Now, why does Caicedo miss the Arsenal game, Jem? Because he got a red card. He got a red card, right? In the cup game, no? Am I missing something?
No, you got it in the Prem.
Why does Caicedo miss the Arsenal game? He had a red card. Did you not get a red card in this cup?
No, it was in the Prem. He got it against. Oh, did he get a red card in the cup as well?
Did he not get a red card in the cup, or is it me? Who did we play last time before Arsenal? That was ages ago. So why is he missing the Arsenal game? Then?
Oh,
it must be Cardiff. Yeah, Cardiff. No, did he get a cup? Did he get? I don't know. Cardiff. Did he get sent off against Cardiff? No. Toby said go up.
So Mike, sorry to interrupt, Jim, but Mike's saying, is there a plan for a Discord voice chat tonight? So yes, it should be at halftime. We'll just do like a voice chat, and it's kind of very similar to what we did in playback. So anyone can join, anyone can voice their opinions at halftime. So as well, what's going to be happening is after this stream, Jem is going to be joining Con on a live on Twitter. Not live, what's it called? A space, on Twitter. So after you've been on here, go onto Twitter on Con Space, and Jem's going to be there. And they'll probably run for a bit more kind of the match preview as well. But yes, halftime, Mike, we are going to hopefully be on the voice chat, so I can finally hear your voice.
Yeah, so we've got a space with Con that we're going to be doing now 1 hour before games. So yeah, get in over there as well, guys. That's something that me and Con and Matt's also included, and Pies. Obviously, if they're around, we can all jump in together and do. It's just an open. I say it's open. It's open for all you guys to join and get involved now before the game. So we'll be over there. The Discord voice chat we can do for half times. It's not a problem. Matt can run them. It's not a problem. If I'm there, I will be there, of course, all the time. If you ain't in the Discord, can someone put it in there, please? Because there must be some people in here right now that ain't even a part of the Discord, and that's growing. We've got over 100+ people in that Discord, and it goes off every day. We're talking football. We're doing voice chats. We're sharing our opinions. We're doing halftime discussions. So if you're not here when we're here over YouTube, make sure you find yourselves over there. But we also let you guys know when we're live. If you've not got the notifications on right here, it will let you know as well, guys. And that's why we do it. I'll jump in here and there. Yes, come on, the Chelsea guys. Let's go. And so she'll be there as well. I hope Liam Rossinia talks our discipline. Sorry. I agree with that. The Discord is right there, guys. That's the link. If you're not in our Discord, hit it now, and it will put you in right now. Come and join the people that are on over there. Stay up to date with the Chelsea community that we've got as well, guys. So we'd appreciate every single one of you that aren't in there to come and join us. Yeah, it'd be good. 41 people here. Yeah, we had a really good live yesterday as well. I think we had over 80 people in here, didn't we? It was a really good live, man. So big up everyone. 41 people here and only 27 likes. Yeah, come on, guys, man. Come on. We're not asking for much, are we? We are not asking for much. A little stat map. Stat map? That goes with your name. Stat map. A little stat map. Cole Palmer, who's not really been in great form at the moment. He's the only Cole Palmer, 35, has more goal involvements across all competitions for Chelsea since the start of last season than Enzo Fernandez, 34.
A lot of the chat might go crazy for me to saying this, but if this was any other player, would you be saying that he needs to be dropped for a bit?
Are we talking about Cole Palmer or Enzo?
No, obviously, I think Cole Palmer. I know he's been out for 3 months, GT, and this is why maybe what I'm saying is a bit irrational, but maybe he does need to come off the bench more than starting games because of his fitness at the moment. He seems way off of it. And clearly it's because the injury is still hammering him, but I don't know whether you guys think the same. I mean, the difficulty is because of our number 10 rotations, we don't really have depth other than Buonanotte. I don't think we can really do it otherwise.
I don't think they should be dropped. This is how I feel about Cole Palmer. I think that his performances ain't been good. However, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because he was out for a very long time with an injury, and I do still think he's trying to find. I do feel like with Cole Palmer, he's really still trying to find his feet in terms of his overall fitness and where he needs to be with that. And I think you can't drop him because he's still one of our best players. I think he's still equally very important. What I'm interested to see with Cole Palmer is how he's going to be utilised. Is he going to be utilised more on the right-hand side? Will, Rossignol look to use him as a 10? And they're where the questions are. But between him and Enzo Fernandez, since last season, They have been in terms of more goal involvements. There are two main players that have the highest goal involvements from the beginning of last season to now. So that goes to show what I keep saying to everyone, and I've been saying, and I think Ads can back me on this because I've said this as well. Big up Ads that's here as well. I've always said that without Cole Palmer and Enzo Fernandez, I think we would struggle, and it's purely because not only the goals, yes, they bring the goals, but it's also the creative element for me. There are two main creators for me in our team in the way that we play in this system, and I stick by that. I really, really do. Ads, welcome, brother. How are you? Couch, you get invited all the time. Shut up. You just tell me you're always too busy. You're coming out. He literally gets invited all the time.
Good to see you, Ads.
Ads, are you there?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. What are you saying?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, big up, bro. Big up. Obviously, Happy New Year. I don't think we spoke in the since the New Year. So obviously, big up you, big up Matt, big up the chat, big up Couch. But yeah, good to be here. Man. Good to be here.
We're just talking about Cole Palmer, really, and yes, he's been out of form, Ads, at the moment. Then Matt threw the question: is there an opportunity to potentially maybe drop Cole Palmer once he's struggling a little bit? Whether it's
I think it's more to protect him as well. That's what I think I mean. It's just to protect him more because of his injuries. But yeah, that's what I meant. Not that I think he's rubbish and he's not doing good.
Of course. I think we all know that. Yeah.
Protect him more.
Yeah.
I mean, I did hear that part of the conversation as I was joining, and I do get where Matt's coming from. I just feel like you might be doing more damage to him by now dropping him, just because it'll be quite a knock to his confidence. But I do feel like we do need to do something because obviously his form has been not the best since his first game back, because he had a pretty good first game back against Everton, scored a good goal. But performances since then have been up and down, and Man City was abysmal. Honestly, atrocious, to be honest. But yeah, no, I think I will still start him. Hopefully he does something against Fulham. And then obviously he's going to naturally be on the bench against Charlton because we're going to rotate our team. So yeah, we just have to hope that he does better. Maybe the new manager, maybe something might change with him. But I think most of it is really just on him. People talk about the managers and he was better on the pitch and Maresca's changed him and stuff. And I think managers have played a part in it. But most of it is just down to his application on the pitch and putting away chances, being more effective in games. And again, Man City, that was just all on him. Nobody could talk about tactics or the manager. Like, second half, the amount of chances he had to do something to create chances, to put chances away, it was poor. So hopefully the old Palmer comes back. I believe it will. I think we just need to be a little bit patient. And yeah, when we have the old Palmer back, we know what that does for this team. That's a real level changer.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I haven't actually really heard your thoughts on the whole Rosinha thing and how you feel about it. I know a lot of us feel very confused still about it, but at the same time, I don't know if you watched the interview today, Ads, but he said he's someone that sounds very like he backs himself, very clear in his message. He backs himself. He seems very confident that he can bring that winning mentality again. He seems to say that he's ready for something like this, which is why he's made the decision to come. I mean, how do you feel about the whole Rosinha thing?
Yeah, I mean, the interview doesn't surprise me. I mean, obviously, most managers are always good at giving a good first interview to get people excited. I even remember like Potter's one, even Potter's one, and I remember how the whole family was just horny over it. And I was like, listen, let's wait till what they actually do when they manage it at the dugout. It's a different story. But with Liam, obviously, it's clear that I don't like everything around the appointment. I think the fact that we're a failing institution in Blue Coal and they're hiring from within, I just don't like that. I felt like we needed to outsource and get somebody who's got more of a pedigree to take this team to the next level. Instead, we're kind of, I guess he's got more experience than Maresca in terms of managing at top flight level. When obviously we hired Maresca, but it's like I feel like we should be escalating, improving what we're doing more rather than kind of hiring somebody again who's kind of at a similar level. I don't like it in that aspect. Obviously, Liam tactically he's looked okay at Strasbourg, but it's hard to sort of see how that transcends to us and having obviously better players in a much tougher league, a much more physical league. Well, physicality in Ligue 1 is actually quite good, but obviously the technical level is just better here. More finances, better managers. So we're going to see. But yeah, I mean, I did actually like him a lot as a pundit. That's when I sort of came more aware of him. He was obviously on my TV a lot talking about games and whatnot, and he's, a very good speaker. So we'll see how this will translate to managing Chelsea, because as much as he's managed at Strasbourg, it's a different kettle of fish managing one of the biggest clubs in the world with all the finances, all the pressure, biggest city in footballing city in the world as well. Like, it's just a lot of pressure doing it here. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
me and Matt yesterday, bro, we done a show which done a bit of a deep dive into his style of play, his tactics, what he likes to do, what he's done up to this point in terms of Strasbourg, and and a lot of what we saw, me and Matt, and we found some comments from people that have been watching him for a long time and gave us some threads on breakdowns about the style of play and stuff. Was that at Strasbourg he preferred the back three, so it was more of a back three with your two pivots and then like your wider wing backs, for example. Now a lot of that I think could be because of the type of team Strasbourg is in terms of the team. They are a good team, but they're not a Chelsea level team where you dominate possession as much as possibly maybe we do, and maybe he just thinks that the players that he has there is better in a back three. He played the 4-2-3-1 12 times at Strasbourg, and he played the three at the back 21 or 22 times, Matt, I think it was, wasn't it? There was a couple more, there was obviously a little bit more. But what he does show from his time at Strasbourg is a mixture of different formations. So he'll do a three at the back, he'll do a four at the back, then he'll do like a 4-2-3-1, then he'll go 4-3-3, then he'll go 3-4-3, then he'll go 3-1, something like that. He seems to be he's another one that likes to rotate, is probably what I would say in terms of his style of play. He wants
flexible. He's very flexible.
It's a little bit like Maresca when it comes to the fact that he tries to be unpredictable against the opposition. I think they try and do things in a way where it confuses. We weren't sure how we think he's going to utilize Chelsea. I've kind of said from what I've read and seen with the styles of play and the pictures that we saw that I think he's going to play a four at the back, natural four at the back. And I think purely because we have two of the best fullbacks in the world in Reece James and Marco Correa. And I do also know that he trusts Andre Santos a ton because he used him a lot when he was obviously with him at his time in Strasbourg, which means I think you'll probably start seeing players playing in their natural positions a lot more than what we did under Maresca. I'm assuming just on the outside looking in. So, it could be an improvement in terms of playing players in their position. The only question mark I have, and I think Matt knows it because he saw the same as well, is that the style of a play is very, very aggressive. Like he will bring his goalkeeper up as like a centre back and things like that. We know we know that we have a tendency to have certain individuals that just can't concentrate for 90, and that still worries me because he does commit a lot of players forward, right? So my worry initially is just about how aggressive he is with what we have. Yes, the quality is better, and we should be well more drilled. Is probably the word, but I don't know. Just because it gets for me, it's more than just like the formation now. It's more for me about when you look at the bunch of players that we have. And I've said this to you before, I think as well, is that I look at it and I go, we've got some very good players. We've got some very inexperienced players. And then we just got some really shit players and they just let us down. And that's why we just never find consistency,
Yeah, it's so like there's just so much to it because obviously this is just the coaching element, but what about the managerial element? The fact that you got to manage all these guys who now have a bit more of an ego. They'll have more of an ego than when Maresca joined, and obviously he was just a championship manager. But now these guys have won a couple of trophies, been around a bit longer. Somebody like Palmer is now a world star, a world-renowned name, a famous, not even just footballer, but famous athlete at this point, right? So there's all these things to sort of get to grips with as a manager for him. But in terms of coaching these players, yeah, you're right. I think there's been some translatable things tactically from obviously what he was doing in Strasbourg. And actually, that is a really nice setup, by the way. That's cool. Is that what you were just showing? You wanted to show his setup? I
wanted to see. Is it the dog in his hand, or is it?
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, cool. Okay.
He has got a nice setup as well, hasn't he? I mean, that is a very nice setup.
Well, you've got your answer there, Jem.
I don't know why I'm on the screen.
That's definitely not Matt's voice talking. So why is he on the screen? They're just probably all wondering that. But yeah, but yeah, no. I think tactically with again, we're going to see how aggressive he's going to be. Obviously, the whole keeper out thing is kind of scares me. I feel as you alluded into with Sanchez being there. But yeah, we're going to see what translates over because obviously we've seen it in the past when Tuchel joined us mid-season. And there was all the talk about how obviously he had his 4-2-2 formation that he was using at PSG, but obviously he had PSG, with Neymar, Di Maria, and all those players there. Came to us. He played, I think, 4-3-3 in the first game when we drew 0-0 to somebody. I think it was a Sean Dyche team, maybe Burnley or something. And then after that, we went to 3 at the back, and the rest is history, So we'll see what Rossinha does. again, it's obviously important that we get off to a good start. We have some good fixtures coming up. So I think we will get off to a good start with him. We've still a bit of a good feeling. And then after that, we'll see what he does. But the objectives are clear. We have to meet it. If he doesn't meet it, it's going to be quite a failure that we have that again, with a manager that they've handpicked and blown up our season and also Strasbourg's season to go and get. So like right now, there's no hiding place for these directors or even the manager. We've got targets that we need to hit. They're bare minimum targets as well. So we've got to go and do it.
I think this is make or break really for him. I really do. I think this is like a last roll of the dice cliche sort of thing. Like, you're not only hampering Chelsea's season, but the fact that you're hampering your sister club as well to bring in a manager, it clearly shows to me that this Maresca situation was really not planned at all. They can make out they were planning and looking for managers for months. That's utter nonsense, because you can clearly see, obviously, it was completely unattainable for Maresca to stay in his job, and that's why they've had to make such a brash decision to really, bring Liam Rossini in. And I believe I think everyone knows this, maybe a season or two too early, but I think what's crazy is that if we don't make top four and then Strasbourg's season, Gary O'Neill might go there and completely do horrendous, and then they're going to go lower down the league. It will be so bad on the brand Clear Lake or Blue Co, whatever it is, that I believe it will be the starting point where the investors within Clear Lake will go, something's not working here. And I believe if it doesn't go well, I do believe that there will be change.
Yeah.
I believe
just want to highlight to everyone that's here right now, nearly 70 people here, guys. Please make sure you're smashing the like, sharing it out. Come and join the Discord as well. The Discord link's in the chat. Ben Jacobs tomorrow evening as well. We're going to be breaking down the signing of Liam Rossini. We're going to be talking about Maresca, Enzo Maresca's departure as well, and trying to find out as much as we possibly can on that. We're also going to be talking about the sporting directors. I've got two big questions to ask him. One about the front of shirt, because it just doesn't make sense why we're still where we are. And also the stadium scenario as well, just to see if he's anything that he can bring to our attention as well. So make sure you keep an eye out. We haven't got a set time yet. I said after 5 because he's waiting to see what time the presser is with Rossini, because obviously he's got to be there for that. But he did say it will probably be later Friday. So once I know, you guys will know. Keep an eye out on your notifications. Ben Jacobs tomorrow night, hopefully. So we'll see. Benji is in the building as well. Big up, Benji. How are you, my boy?
Before Benji starts, have you seen the tweet from Pies? He was talking about, it was basically explaining about Maresca, explaining his side of the story, but he won't want to explain it too much as of yet. But it's just quite interesting. It's more of a agent PR thing, I think. Beliefs has come out.
Oh, where is it on Pies? I've not seen it. I'm looking now. Agree with so yeah, no, I've not. Oh right, yeah, I see it. Maresca privately believes his side of the story. Maresca privately believes his side of the story on exit in Chelsea will be heard by all, though the 45-year-old is preferring to keep it to himself for now. Confidential has been told Maresca does not feel the time is right to speak in detail on the sudden departure, but believes in the future everything will become clear. Fair enough, Maresca. Fair enough. Yeah, I've just read it. I just want to quickly just read this tweet and then we can get on with the game. A small thread. Chelsea's Premier League possessions this season from highest to lowest via Opta. Highest, how often they did not win when dominating. Highlight how often they did not win when dominating the ball. And it goes to show here, guys, 71.5% against Palace, we drew. 71% against Leeds, we lost. 68% against Leeds, we lost. 67% against Bournemouth, we drew. 65% against Brentford, we drew. We've got 64 against Wolves, we won. And it's just an occurring theme. It goes all the way down, as you can see. And a lot of the teams, if you look at it, bar in the Liverpool and Man City, Arsenal, which are at the latters, where we've all right, not had most of the possessions, but we're still not lost with drew. And obviously beating Tottenham and Liverpool with 50%, which is pretty near enough even. A lot of the rest of it is just, again, the middle of these mid teams that we struggle against, like we always have done, not even just this season, but for a while now, breaking down when we're given possession of the ball. Is this another game tonight that's going to be the same, do you feel?
Hopefully not. But I actually broke down this tweet earlier. And if you actually look at it, like if you look at all the numbers below 60%, right, pretty much all those games were positive results. Obviously, United when we lost, which obviously wasn't a positive result, but that was down to 10 men. Same with Arsenal, and obviously Man City was actually a decent draw, but we were happy with, right? Newcastle, we were actually pretty happy with getting back into that game, being 2-0 down, right? You look at all the games where it's above 60%. You know, they're all not wins, other than the worst team in Premier League history. So, like, it just goes to show that. It goes to show a couple of things, which is, firstly, we need to be taking more risk on the ball. When we're doing all the safe possession, which is cool to control a game, that's great, but you don't want to overdo it, because as we've seen, when we're playing that slow game, teams are able to get into their mid block or their low block, and we're not creating enough chances, we're not scoring enough goals, hence we're not winning enough games. So we definitely need to take a lot more risk. Obviously, these numbers can be slightly skewed by the fact that if you are chasing a game later on, you're going to naturally have a bit more possession last 10, 15 minutes. But naturally, if you get this sample size is big enough to show that, yeah, we need to be a team that takes more risks, has more open games. And yeah, I feel like because of our defense, maybe we're a bit scared to do that, because obviously our defense isn't the best. We know that if we're open to having to defend big spaces for long periods of time, they're going to naturally make mistakes. But at the same time, our attackers need space. I don't like our wingers. You guys know this. But at the same time, Garnetto, they thrive in having more space. They maybe even the likes of Liam Delap. Yeah, honestly. And they're not, listen, I don't even want to talk about those guys individually, because I'll just get mad and maybe get your shit shut down. But listen, we need more space to thrive with our attackers for sure. And obviously, it will also help guys like Palmer and Esteval as well. So, yeah, we need to just try and be more aggressive, take more risk. Hopefully that happens with Liam Rossinha, and we go from there.
Someone that really backs Rossinha. And listen, Benji, I don't know if you saw my tactical breakdown yesterday with Matt on Rossinha. You know, we spoke in depth. I'm backing the manager, like I back every manager. I do have my slight worries, but I think that's normal with an inexperienced manager. You, on the other side, are very happy and delighted that we've obviously got him. So, definitely. I mean, hearing what Ads has just said, and knowing that Rossinha will be taking us on Saturday, how are you feeling about it all now?
There's nothing else to feel than good. First of all, big up to the brothers, and Matt looking sharp as usual. Jem, always, as handful and handsome as ever. And Ads, big up to you, my boy. But I'm very happy, to be honest. I don't really think there's another coach that can come in and with this exact squad and just take it and just do better. Maresca was capped. He was saying Andrew Santos was not good enough, Hatta was not good enough, Josh is not good enough, and most people believed it. And I said, like I judge my manager for the players he's using. He was only using about 13, 14 players. The rest he wasn't really using. That's gonna change. So I just think in terms of coaching, managing, I think ideas and goals. I think Rossinha is one hell of a coach. Maybe he won't replicate what Maresca's done, because what Maresca did was incredible, and you have to give him flowers for that. And I think we all have been given Maresca flowers for that. But at the end of the day, listen, Maresca decided to leave. Cool. We're on a new journey right now. All the best to Liam Rossinha, because I know, and I've seen for myself, from Hull City to Strasbourg, taking them from relegation up to Europe. Realistically, they should have finished in the Champions League, or at least Europa League, but they fluffed it the last two games. And they lose key players. Like, they lost all the key players. Bakwa, Emega stayed, but he signed with Chelsea. Andrew Santos left. Petrovic was vital to them. And then they had a couple of loan players that that left. And he's still managing to put them in seventh in France. And don't get me wrong, he's been underperforming for about, I would say, 2 games. 2 games, and the rest of the games, I would say he was unlucky. And in football, you need some luck. We've always said this. We haven't really had luck on our side, but luck also comes with coaching and setting your side up correctly. So You know, people may say like, yeah, you know, we hope you're right. I don't really hope I'm right. I just hope that we can move forward. And you know,
I agree.
we're fifth right now. We're still
Mhm.
in a good position. I think not to sack, but for Maresca to leave the period he decided to leave was a perfect time, to be honest. We can still go. I'm not gonna say go at the league, but I'm just gonna say we can still have a very good and solid finish in the top four. Champions League, we still have 2 more games. I think we have Napoli and then Paphos. I'm pretty sure, uh, which both are must wins. We still have Arsenal in about a week, I would say. So anything can happen. So I'm not gonna go in with the mentality of, oh, what if he fails? No, but what if he succeeds? What if he succeeds? What if he
And
comes into the doors, and what if he smashes it?
I don't think anyone here is saying that he can't succeed. I think when you look at what we have seen up to this point, I think there's a little bit of the way that the fans, certain fans or majority of fans feel is a little bit not there's no optimism in it because of the route that they've gone by introducing inexperienced managers that haven't really got the CVs to take on a big club like Chelsea because maybe the step is just a little bit too soon, right? And that's why. And when you look at that step, that was a little bit too soon for the managers that have come in the past, in the Graham Potters, in the Marescas. Yes, Maresca's done very well, and like we said, he walks away with 2 trophies. You know, and then the board not giving them longer than 2 seasons on top of that. I think there's an initial worry that maybe with Rossini, yes, he's excited and happy, and he looks, you know, really good in the interview that we just watched today and whatever. But you know, when push comes to shove, the actual pressure of being at Chelsea is a complete different pressure than being at Hull and Strasbourg. It's just a different type of pressure based on the circumstances, based on the fan pressure, based on the board pressure, based on the overall pressure of, you know, managing this squad as well. You know,
For
keeping
sure.
them all happy. You know, he's got a lot to do, Benji, and he's not really. Is he experienced enough to really have made this jump? That's the only question. You know, results will do. You know, like Ange said here, results will do the talking, and I back him. I will back him. I've said this 100 times. This is not me trying to go against it at this moment in time, but I will do what I did even with Poch. And Ads was around when we were talking about Poch back in the day, and I even said I can't stand. I had arguments on lives with Don and others about that. Like, I couldn't stand it, but I still said I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I said I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, let him come in and show me. And until, like him, if he comes in, like he is obviously here now, but like every manager that we have coming in, I always give him the benefit of the doubt until proven wrong. That's it.
You know what the difference is? We only had one manager that we saw style of play. Only one. Poch, we didn't have a style of play. It was just go out and just ball. You know, whatever results we get. Graham Potter, I would say until AC Milan, we had a style of play, and then he just swapped everything. And then of course you have Maresca. My thing is this: before the results, of course, the results are important, but for me, we need to have an identity. That's what's missing for me, because even when you looked at Maresca, not even me, lots of people said, "What's the identity of the
Where does
football
the
that we're trying to
identity
play?"
come from? Where does the identity come from?
For me, it comes from the coach. The coach is the bread and butter, and you best believe I don't want to hear this. Listen, the same thing I criticize Maresca for, I'm gonna criticize Leon Rossini fairly. Don't come into the press conference and talk about experience. Why? It's because when you coach, and when you coach, and I can only say, you know, for the coaches,
That's a
people
little bit
listen
hard.
to good
You don't
coaches.
think Maresca had
No,
an identity?
no.
Like, you don't think he had any identity in what he wanted to do or style
Jem,
of play or no?
Jem, sometimes we were dogs, sometimes pussies. That's a lack of identity for me.
Yeah,
That
but is that
is.
not more down to the players we've signed and the mentality?
No,
and the
but why would it be this players we've signed? If we can see, if you can see against Arsenal and Barcelona, we have that dog in us. Why can't we play that every single game? I'm not saying we need to win every damn single game, but I'm just saying if we're gonna play that tough and aggressive, and be win every duel and be on the front foot, then play like that every single game, even against a low block. Put pressure on them. Shoot from distance and stuff. Of course, you're gonna have the Garnachos and Netos that's just gonna stink out the place sometimes. Cool, but
that's
no
a part
more
of the
than that.
identity, isn't it? Like you're saying that it's down to the manager to manage these players and bring his full
100%.
identity across. But
There
you
you
can't
go.
do that if you've got players that can't play to your playing style or actually, accommodate.
Who told this? Who told this son of a? Oh, I'm not gonna get you banned. Who told this fool? Who told this fool to start both Garnacho and Neto? I think all of us said start one. Start one. You
But is
can't.
Neto and Garnacho on the same level? Is this what we're doing here now?
It's similar in terms of how they play, but I wanted to jump on one thing, right? I do hear. Listen, you know me and Neto, but listen, I do hear what Benji's saying to a degree, right? Obviously, it's not ideal when you play in a super aggressive game against Barcelona and Arsenal, but you don't carry that same energy towards your Bournemouths or your Leeds, right? But at the same time, I feel like Maresca's identity was quite clear in how he wanted to play. How we played most games was pretty similar in terms of how we set up tactically. In terms of results, and then obviously the personality of the team. That obviously is down to the players and obviously how they attribute them, how they apply themselves on the pitch. If they fade in late in games, obviously that's on them. Obviously the manager can affect things with his in-game management, but I don't think it's fair to say that he hasn't got an identity. I think he did show his identity and how he would try to implement his tactics on the team, and that was relatively consistent. He's also a manager that would switch things up as well, so I think that's also fair to say. We saw that in the Club World Cup. We saw that times through last season, even when he changed things towards the end of the season, we went on that really good run. So he definitely does have an identity. And I don't want to be the guy here to be sitting and defending Maresca now. He's a former manager. At this point, it is what it is. We've washed our hands off him, even though I respect him and love him for what he did here and the trophies that he won. But we're on to a new manager now who hopefully has to, implement a sustainable and consistent style of football that is also adaptable to different teams and different setups that we're going to play in this league. Because again, we have all these different managers and different styles of plays and tactics and bloody long throw meta and all this other stuff that's going to be changing on a month-to-month, year-to-year basis. But the manager has to bring these things, and he also has to bring us better consistency in terms of discipline, because that's one thing that wasn't under Maresca. All these yellow cards and red cards, that shit's got to go. And again, that's part of why I wanted a more, not even just an older or more experienced manager, but just a manager that's going to be able to have a bit of a cooler head and to be able to keep these guys more in check, because maybe Maresca wasn't as good at doing that. I don't know if a senior at his age is going to be any better at doing that. We're going to just have to wait and see. But I will just say Maresca definitely did have an identity. To say he didn't is a bit wrong, in my opinion.
What do you think, Matt? What does Matt think in all of this identity? You've heard Benji's.
I think the identity side is actually more to do with culture within the club. So I get the whole concentration thing, and that used. It wasn't just under Maresca that we used to drop our performances against lesser opposition. I mean, it's like anything. Like I play tennis to an okay level, and if there's someone who is not great, you naturally don't play your game properly because you're having to try and somewhat keep them in the game. The ball's flying way back, and you're having to like double bounce it to try and hit it back. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that it's more of a
good example.
I think
that was a good example.
I think Maresca did have an identity, but I think I think where you guys are right is that I think where the frustrations did come in for me was when it was against lesser opposition. It was almost just like a complete switch was off on them. But I believe that's more of an acquisition cultural point of view as well. And don't get me wrong, I think Maresca was to blame by overcomplicating things, but I felt that the Chelsea of old, where we had leaders and killers in the team, they would kind of say, look, this is not acceptable. And really, the manager didn't have to do a tremendous amount because you had so many leaders in the team probably saying what to do. Whereas because now we don't necessarily have that as much, and the pinpoint for the leader is on the manager. And we don't know what Maresca was like in the dugout. I mean, look, we had many examples where he obviously clearly gave them a bit of a bollocking and they came out immediately in the second half and turned it around. But what I don't want to see, and which is the one thing I really didn't like under Maresca, was one good half and one bad half. And that is something where, where we're talking about an identity, is that something which was missing. I don't know was the reason why you should be up for every single game, regardless of the opposition. But to have a halftime team talk to somewhat get into the swing of it, I didn't quite understand that.
Sometimes these young players just need a talking to. But listen, if you haven't got captains on the pitch to do that talking, then you're not going to have that talking to until you get to half time. And obviously, in previous Chelsea teams, we had captains of nations. We had like 7 or 8 different captains of their nation on the pitch. You know, with different. Whereas right now, we're building in terms of experience. I'm not going to diminish and act like Enzo and Reece James haven't got experience. They have got decent experience. Cucurella too. Even our goalkeeper as well. To be fair, he's having a really good season. But like, we have got some, but it's not top level yet. It's not at the elite level of being really experienced players.
Yeah,
no, that's true. That's true.
Well, Benji, do you want to finish it off, and then we're going to do the lineups because I think the lineups come out in a minute.
No. After listening to everybody, I just have to say, I was wrong because I didn't really think about how I said things. I think Matt put everything in perspective for me in the right way. In terms of for the bigger teams, we're up for it, and but towards the lesser teams, we're not. I think that was my biggest problem, and maybe I used identity in the wrong way. So I'm very much up for saying I was wrong in that regard, and I should be a little bit more careful for what words I use. But yeah, my risk is not here anymore. So this is the things we want to see from Liam Ross Sr. We want to see the hunger, right? Even against the Burnleys, we want to see the hungry young players, because one thing that I always say to young players, when you're that young, GT, so I'm not allowed to swear, so you're lucky.
You don't play that anymore, brother. You can't.
I know.
You can. You're right. Listen, if Lee Gunner can sit here swearing and smoking, I'm sure you can throw 1 or 2 in.
Well, fuck you. No, fuck you, bro. I love you, man. I love you, GT.
Listen, I'll say it takes a strong man to be able to admit when they're wrong. So that's a good quality to have, man.
He's always been like that, Benji. I'll give it to him. If he's not right,
if I'm not right, then I always come out on record and saying it.
But he won't change these thoughts and feelings for Badia Shield. That's
no. I've seen like a lot of Badia Shield like messages in the chat. Like, what's the whole sit here? Like,
so listen, broski. So these people are trying to make it seem like Badia Shield is the worst defender we have.
Wow.
When my only thing is, listen, of course he got flaws. He's not perfect.
I remember you saying this. You said if he had as much games as Cole did before he was injured, you would see a better level of Badia Shield.
100%. 100%.
So you're basically saying that if he was trusted and played as many games as Cole will, he would be good for Chelsea.
Yes. But do you remember what I said specifically? When Colwell got injured, to be fair, he was injured himself, so I should really be taking that back. But anyways, yes, I very much believe that, Jem. I very much do, because I've seen him now for back-to-back 2 games having 2 very solid, not very solid, but solid games, right? He's made mistakes, cool, but he's also had good defensive contributions. He had 1 mistake that led to a goal. It wasn't even fully his, but he should have.
1 mistake that led to a goal. 1, did you just say? In what
game? City.
He always makes a mistake. That's the problem. Per game, 1 mistake per game.
Yeah, but so did Levi. So did Levi Jeans. He was making mistakes left, right, and center. But just because he was Cobham and he's a yellow kid, we forgive him. But like seriously, you see all the time when I see these yellow kids with that sharp hairline, we want to give them some leeway, and we want to adore them. Nah, man, come on now. Give some love to the black ugly. I'm not gonna say ugly, but to the black defenders. Yeah.
Well, let's have some respect. I'm glad I asked now and we got to the bottom of it. So I'm glad we asked. But in terms of Badia Shield, listen, shit is shit. If shit is shit, shit is shit, right? And we haven't got a lot of defenders that aren't shit.
Stinky period. Nah, don't say shit. Stinky period. Yeah, stinky period.
My point is that a lot of our centre backs just aren't very good. So it's not really great like saying who's the best of a very bad bunch. Like it's just they're not great. Colwell though, at least he gave us that good run to end the season and obviously the Club World Cup. That was quality. And that's the thing about Badia Shield. He's not really given us like an extended period of time where he's actually been very good. He started off decent alongside Thiago Silva, then he got injured, and ever since then it's been very stop-start, and a lot of the starts have been quite bad. So yeah.
Right. Well, shit. That's how you learn.
before the lineups come out, because I think
You can learn at Strasbourg or somewhere else. It's not Chelsea.
Is the lineup up? Is
No,
the
it's
lineup
not up. No, it's not up.
All right, let's do a quick lineup then before it comes out. Then, like Matt says. So go on, let's do it between us. Is Sanchez injured? Because I didn't see.
Yes, he's injured. It's gonna be the fool of a foolish.
Yeah.
The nation we don't like, Denmark. Yeah.
Kukurea is back. So
I like Denmark. I just don't like Jorgensen though. But big up Denmark, man.
No, fuck them.
Yeah, be careful, bro. The Danish get down, bro. Be careful with that one.
Countries. You're so weird about it.
All right, fly through this with me, guys. We'll do this together. Kukurea is going to start, right? We know this.
Yeah. Benoit.
No, fuck off.
Josh.
Benoit is starting. I'm telling y'all, Benoit is starting.
Josh.
what was that, Carlito Chalobah? Chalobah, Carlito.
Yeah,
Josh
Chalobah.
and Wesley.
Are we saying
Have
Chalobah?
some fucking standards, Matthew. With your frontwards hat. Have some standards.
Well, I
Pull
think
that
it's going to
shit
be
off
Chalobah and
backwards.
Fofana. If Fofana's is Fofana back, he must be, yeah?
That's the thing. If Fofana actually fully fit
actually,
now.
Jem, I'm sorry. Fofana's not back. Those
He's not
sniffles
back.
have graduated to super sniffles. So he's not going to be able to play today. I'm sorry.
50 sniffles.
Let's just put Fofana and matter of fact, I want to put Benoit. I believe in my boy.
All right. Do you still want Badiashile in here, yeah?
Well, no, but if obviously Chalobah started, so I don't know why Chalobah's not there. He's the main starter.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
fuck
if the case of
yeah, you're right.
Fofana's fit, Fofana will start. If Fofana's not fit, then it's gonna have to be Badiashile. It probably won't be Josh because it's gonna be Gusto right back, right? So yeah,
You
it's
think
gonna
Gusto's
be
playing right back?
yeah, I do actually. I do. I get it. Is Cucurella fit as well? Is that confirmed?
Yeah. He's
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it might have been Hato, if not. But yeah, I think Gusto. I feel like Reece James is probably going to be rotated, given that it's a midweek game. And obviously Caicedo's back now, so you can just bring Reece James off the bench, which is good cover to have. So I see that being the back five if Fofana's fit. If not, then it's probably going to be Badiashile.
Hold
Miss
on.
Melina with the
Jem.
donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Yeah,
you. She says
happy
Happy
New
New Year to you. Thank you.
Hold
I
on.
appreciate it, man.
Jem,
Big up to you.
Jem.
As always. Yes, bro.
The issue has been playing 3 90-minute games, right? In a week span. That's the Reece thing, the Cole Palmer thing, the Fofana thing. I don't think they're going to play against Arsenal over the weekend.
Well, we actually have
Not-
Charlton on the weekend. We have Charlton,
have Charlton.
which adds to
Yeah.
your point actually, because then you could say that maybe Reece would be rested anyways
I'm
against Charlton.
sorry.
So-
My bad.
Yeah.
Bobby
Oh,
Vince
I
come
don't
out
think-
saying
I don't think
Sanchez
these
is
guys
in
are
the
gonna play on
squad.
the weekend, guys. I think it's
Who?
going to be they're going to
Sanchez.
play the
Who's in the
limited
squad?
guys during the week.
Bobby Vincent's just said Mark Cucurella, Robert Sanchez, and Wesley Fofana are all with Chelsea
All
squad.
right.
this
Yeah, there we
season.
go. Sanchez.
Yes.
There we go.
The best
Bobby!
keeper in the
Back
league.
four. Actually, I think Reece James is playing right back today. That's
Yeah,
my
me
opinion.
too.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
you.
with Charlton on the weekend, you know what? You might be right with that. You might be.
Yeah. You just got to remember, it's not a Premier League weekend, guys.
So, what do we do with the midfield? What do we think it's going to be?
I think it's gonna be Enzo Caicedo.
Yeah.
Enzo
No.
Caicedo.
Santos.
Of course it is. Enzo Caicedo.
Jem, put him in
Yeah.
attacking mid. Come on, do the right thing. You know you
What,
want.
you think he's going to be there and then Santos
Yes.
joining him?
Nah. I don't think that.
Carlito's acting like Egbali when Maresca was trying to pick his squad.
Listen here. I will release the photos if you don't give me what I want.
Release the photos.
Good lord.
Release these photos. You
Are
know
you
what I
guys
want.
thinking we're going for midfield 3 or midfield 2?
No,
midfield
it's
two,
Fulham.
midfield
Like, if we're
two.
gonna play 4 attacking players against City, we can do that against Fulham. So it's gonna be Caicedo, and then I would have liked to have seen Santos start, but obviously given it's Charlton on the weekend, he'll start against them. So it's gonna be Enzo and
Yeah.
Caicedo, which is
I
fine.
agree.
And then Palmer in the 10,
All men to 10.
and then the wings, Lord. If I don't see
think
Esteban
it's
starting, I'm gonna throw a fit. I can't lie. If I don't see Esteban starting,
Listen,
Esteban has to start.
me, I have something very popular. I don't want to see Neto start. Bring me Garnacho, please.
Yes.
I want to see Garnacho off that left. Please, because Neto right now, he's just pissing me off. I thought Garnacho was gonna be the one pissing me off, but he ain't really pissing me that all.
Wait, so who's playing
It's not even that bad.
Who's playing right then?
Esteban,
Steve.
Esteban has to be there.
Yeah, Steve.
But I find it funny. You're saying that Neto's pissing you off, but then you want to start Garnacho, who's as equally irritating as Neto, if not worse.
No. He's really not. Because
He's
like
not?
like No, not really.
Yes, he is.
Not really.
Yes, he is. That's bullshit.
No,
Benji,
no,
Benji,
He's
not
worse.
really.
He's
Benji,
worse than
if
Neto.
you
Let's
keep
be honest.
saying you like Garnacho, you're not going to get any more social media guys to come on your show. You know that, right?
Well, to be honest, I couldn't give two damns. Listen,
There you go, buddy. There you go.
I couldn't give two damns. Garnacho is so much more, a little bit more pleasant to watch than Neto.
No, he ain't.
That
He
no,
ain't,
but
man.
like, listen, we've all seen what the fuck Neto's been doing on the right and on the left. I'd rather
I've
just give
seen
Garnacho a shot.
Garnacho trip over the ball about 400 times trying to take it
Ken,
back.
you're such a fucking flip flop, dude.
No,
You're
it's
such a
true. He
flip-flop.
did.
No, you
He did.
are.
Right,
You're such a
Mr.
flip-flop.
Carlito.
Neto's not in great form, so I don't mind either of them being benched. But we're not. We can't. We like listen. Like Neto is like soap in your eyes. Garnacho is like bleach, bro. Like let's be honest. Like Garnacho is as infuriating to watch as any winger in the league. Right. So again, he starts this game because obviously Neto played a full 90 against City and it was absolutely horrible. I think he will start too. But like we can't say Nacho isn't as frustrating, if not more frustrating than Neto. Like let's be real.
Carlito, one second. Carlito, you can't tell me after the discussions we've had, and I've even said to you that Garnacho is wasteful on the ball and he's so frustrating. We've spoken about this so many times.
I know he's wasteful, but he's still a starter on Chelsea.
Yeah, no, I'm saying he starts today, but he does stress me the fuck out to watch.
Yeah, but he's nowhere near as bad as you had initially thought he would.
Wait, Dick, who would you prefer, Neto or Garnacho?
Oh, Garnacho. Right now.
Oh my god.
Dude, Neto, he's in a funk, guys. What can I tell you? He's in a funk. It happens.
Wow. Okay.
But people are forgetting that Nacho has been benched because he was in a funk himself. He's not in good form.
Dude, this is
like
meritocracy, guys.
Yeah, that's fine. Obviously, I get that in terms of starting Garnacho, but let's not act like Garnacho's in any good form himself. He's been absolutely horrific, bro. Like his last start wasn't that Newcastle where he missed like 3 chances.
I said he would get. I said he would get 15 G&A at the end of the season. He has 8 halfway through the season. He's doing exactly what I thought he would do. Exactly.
Well, he's doing exactly what I thought he would do, which is be shit, and he is fucking shit.
Okay,
and we need to sell him as soon as
going
possible.
to be your general statement, then by all means. Okay.
But obviously, I deal with I would like to start Gittins, but Gittins has shown really nothing and not been playing much either. And I think got the natural confidence that Garnacho has got to start and actually try and feel like he's in good form, even though Garnacho's not in good form. So Garnacho might give us something because he's a confident player. But that being said, he's terrible. He's absolutely terrible.
Tell me the striker quickly, yeah, because it's going to come out in a second. What do we reckon?
I would go Delap.
Delap?
I think the backs being a bit more physical.
You're all saying Delap, yeah?
Again, I prefer JP overall, but I just in terms of his cameo was actually pretty decent, so I wouldn't mind starting Delap and just seeing how it goes.
Big dog Liam's there tonight as well with Egg Barley and Win Stanley, so...
Obviously, what's kind of throwing me is the fact that we got a cup game on the weekend, so like it might just be more of our normal starters starting. So that would probably mean João Pedro starting and then Delap comes in against Charlton. But again, his cameo was decent. Obviously, I like João Pedro, but he's not been great recently. He hasn't really done that much. I don't think we played to his strengths either. But yeah, man, maybe Delap might come and give us something. So we'll see.
I don't think Joao's done brilliant because of how Palmer's kind of impact coming back hasn't been brilliant either.
100%.
I think if Palmer came back a bit stronger, I think we would have seen a little bit more out of Joao.
100%.
2 minutes until the lineup's out, right? If I'm right in saying, so we get to see.
He's still talking, Jim.
Who?
I couldn't hear him.
Who's that?
Oh, the guy in the middle. I couldn't hear him. Was he?
Ads.
Yeah, they heard me.
Yeah,
we can hear him.
I thought you were talking to Jem. Golly, I was like, Jesus Christ.
No, he was
What is he still talking?
Yeah, no, he can't hear it. Can you not hear what Ads is saying, right, Carlio?
Nope.
I think the chat can hear me. I mean, the chat can obviously let us know if they can hear me or can't hear me.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently Enzo has been benched.
Is he?
Somebody in the chat said that.
Well, maybe it's because he played full 90 minutes.
Yeah, Toby I was about to say what Toby said, but Sky are going to be speaking to Rossinia, so it'll be interesting what he says.
Well, I think the lineup's out.
Is
Have a
it?
quick look. Can hear you. Have a quick look.
Yeah, where do you find these guys, Jim, bro? Like, was that from playback or?
Oh, is Carlito's gone now?
Yeah, they're wild characters, bro. Benji's from New York, but lives in Belgium, then lives in here, lives in it. He's been in England. He's everywhere, man. This guy. And
Benji's cool. I mean, the chat were onto him, but I like Benji. He's cool.
Benji's a good guy, man.
He's a dope guy, man.
Carlito's just Carlito, man. You just got.
I mean, he's talking more shit.
He's got
You're
back.
talking more shit. What? I mean, I'm
See?
not even hearing you talking shit. My God.
Just saying, you're like Marmite. That's all we said.
Yeah, well, you know what? You wouldn't say any of this shit to my
Why have
face.
you got your
I get
different profile up? Hang on, I'm really confused here. Why have you've got one to come back in as another?
I went on Google Chrome.
Ah, fair.
Benji's here as well.
This is my YouTube. This is my YouTube account.
Cool.
Benji.
What lineup's about to come out? Because I know, Jem, you're probably going to do your predictions on Spaces as well. Obviously, if anyone's doing 4-score, remember to do it, because I forgot to do it last night.
Yeah, get your 4 scoring, guys.
But what do we reckon the score's going to be?
Question. I've gone with Chelsea win 1-0. I've gone with. It's going to be a tight game.
Put my 4-score as 1-0 then. Thanks, Jem.
I think it's going to be a tight game today. I don't think we're going to. I want us to smash them. I hope we do, but I just feel that it's going to be low block, trying to break them through them and all that bollocks again. That's what we're going to be dealing with.
Burnley United, jeez. 1-0. Okay, I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go similar to Toby. I think it's going to be same as last year. Was it 2-1 or 2-0 last? Or last
1, no? We came back
2-1.
in it, and then it was Tyreek George and Neto in it.
Oh, because they had their goal, got their goal of the season, wasn't it? God, Talksport can bloody keep going on about it.
Oh, you're talking about earlier this season?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was 2-0 actually, I believe. Yeah, I was thinking more about the one from last season.
What time do we play? Why is it?
Right, I've got the lineup here, guys. So Sanchez, Gusto, Chalobah, Tosin, Cucurella, James, Caicedo, Neto, Fernandez, Palmer, and Delap.
You did not just say Tosin.
I did.
Yeah, he definitely did. He's starting again. Obviously, Badia Shaw been dropped, so fair enough.
What? I didn't hear any of it. I need to see it now.
Look at Daly's tweet.
That means James in midfield again, Enzo in the 10, Palmer on the wing with Neto left wing, and then Delap up front.
Hold on, stop. Caicedo,
That's
Santos, Fernandez, Palmer, Neto, Delap. Got it.
Mate, it's a 3 in midfield, isn't it? Palmer on the right, Neto on the left.
I thought I had James. Oh, okay,
Isn't this just what I said outside of?
No reach James. So who got that right? Ads got that right. So
he's rotated out.
It said James on
Chalobah and Tosin. Is he all right? Is he fucking all right?
I mean, Tosin and Badia Shaw, like it's a bit much of the same, to be honest. So.
Oh, sorry. I just read what Daly put. Sorry, that's what he put. Sorry about James. But he said he was playing.
Well, good to see Santos starting. That's a good thing. Obviously,
the bench is decent as well. You've got James, you've got Esteval, you've got Garnacho, you've got Gittins, you've got João Pedro. He's a good, strong enough bench as well.
Yeah, don't you love the midfield?
I like the midfield a lot. Yes,
I love it. We're gonna get all those combination plays, dude. All that tight quarter stuff, all that manipulation, all them chasing. It's beautiful.
I had one question before I go. Do you think that at any point, I mean, it's so early, that Rossini had anything to say to Callum about potentially trying something at all?
Yes.
Or do you reckon it's just...
No, I think the usual protocol is they don't let other managers affect the sort of match day plan. So I don't think that's a thing that they do. I think I've seen it with quite a lot of clubs where the new manager's coming in, cool, but they're not going to be having any direct communication before a game that they're not actually in charge of.
Are you talking about someone who's now going to be Callum's boss? Because I'm guarantee you they talked.
Can I ask a question quickly? Why do we complain about Enzo in the 10? I don't understand why we get frustrated about this when every time we play a midfield 3, he plays the third. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's not a surprise. It's just he's not a natural 10. So obviously there's some issues with it. But that being said, he was actually really good in the 10 when he moved there against City. So he had a really good second half. So I think the benefit is that we're going to see Gusto overlap and be a really attacking threat, because obviously you have to do that if you're playing with a double pivot, right? Which is obviously what we saw at the Club World Cup, where Gusto was really effective overlapping and being a threat. Obviously going to be overlapping Palmer, which we know they have a really good connection. I'm just disappointed there's no Estevan. I think even Estevan off the left is really good. We saw that against who was it at home that we played against, and he was really good at home. Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
He was quality off the left. So like Neto starting again is crazy to me. But other than that,
yeah,
and Tostin, it's not a bad lineup.
If Busquets going to play higher up the field, naturally Palmer will play inside forward. I hate the jargon, by the way. I hate everybody says, "Oh, it's going to be inverted." Blah blah blah. No, look, he's going to be closer to Enzo. They'll probably play together, but Enzo not having to play defense is the biggest thing for me. That's what I get about this.
I just think Enzo's going to be between an 8 and 10. I think Palmer's going to drop into the middle with him, and I think Gusto
doesn't like the lineup. He never likes the lineup. He never does. He doesn't like anything. He's like, I don't like it.
It's not that offensive, to be honest. It's not that offensive. I could see quite a slow. I mean, what Jem's one prediction could be, it's going to be a low-scoring game based off of that lineup, at least from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I agree. We need to dip, guys, because I've got somewhere to be at 6:30. We've got a space on Twitter at 6:30 as well, guys. Make sure you're over there. Join the Discord as well for half time. And then we've got the match reaction. I don't know. We're doing match reaction. I need to talk to Matt. It's going to be a late one tonight for me, but yeah.
Matt, what time is this game?
7:30.
It's at 7:30. I thought it was at
7:30 UK time.
Yeah, gotcha. I didn't know it was middle of the hour. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Who's number one Benji AR?
I love you too, bro.
Get this to 50 likes as well, please, guys. What a great live. Over 70 people in the building. We are growing slowly and surely. Ben Jacobs tomorrow, hopefully. Tomorrow evening. I'm going to talk to him later on as well.
Be here.
Jem, I've got 2 questions I want you to ask him.
What?
I'll talk to you about it.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, Carly. So, geez.
Anyway,
access, boys. The illusion of access.
All I'm going to say is make sure you fucking win, Chelsea. That's what I'm
going to say. Let's go, Matt. Put that hat on backwards. Put it on backwards. Come on, Matt.
I put my hat on backwards. You'll see the shine come through, and I think.
Oh no! I'm sorry. Okay.
Go away, Vector. Why do you keep calling Carlito Vector, for fuck's sake? What's going on?
My hair is the same as the guy from Stranger Things.
I'm not about to about love, guys.
Hey, guys, love the Chelsea. Hey, Ads, thank you for coming on. Benji, Carlito, everyone will be back. Make sure you're here, guys. See you soon. Up the Chelsea. Let's fucking go.